Okay. Also, I don't know if anyone checked, but I didn't send out the newsletter yet. Today, my friend and I got stranded. There was car troubles, and we got stuck at Swenson's. I don't know if anyone knows, but they left their car on while we were there, and so we got stuck, and we had to. It was a whole mess. So the newsletter will come out after the meeting tonight. But I just wanted to address that in case anyone was wondering. So the general agenda for today, we'll do some partners in health updates. There's some events coming up. Review of the fundraising meeting that was on Thursday the 18th. Fundraising updates about the event. We're going to talk a little bit more about the exec board positions. Oh, and it says my connection is unstable, so if I cut out, actually, let me make someone else the host just in case. I'll make you the host because you're the first name that I saw. And then we're gonna do some letter to the editor workshops. This is under the advocacy team branch. It's something we haven't done yet, so I thought that would be good. And then if we have time, Alexis found a video to include about strides in solidarity. So in terms of partners in health updates, these two events are happening this week. As anyone knows me knows, I love Dr. Paul Farmer, and there's an event that he is going to be at tomorrow, March 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This was hosted by, wait, hold on, what's happening? Oh, I'm cutting out, okay. Let's see, I'm gonna double check my connection really quickly. Another chat. Okay, it's
better now.
Okay, my internet, I'm on the third floor of my house and our router's on the first floor, so it's very iffy, but I think I am connected to the right one, so hopefully it stays good. But anyway, the Harvard Engage team will be hosting an event tomorrow with Dr. Paul Farmer. So if you'd like to register for that, you can click, actually let me copy this link and put it in the chat for y'all. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go or not yet. I technically have salsa club at that time, but I love Dr. Paul Farmer. So, and then also if you'd like to submit a question, the second link that I'll be sending is for that. So I'll put a question link. I don't know if anyone here tonight remembers, but in the fall we submitted a question for a webinar and it got selected to be read, so that was really cool. I think the format will be a little bit different tomorrow, but still great opportunity there. And then on Tuesday, March 23rd at 8 p.m., there'll be an advocacy webinar on the Appropriations 101. And this has to do with, I think, some legislation that'll be coming up. And I have a piece of information to show on that to go into more depth, but so we don't technically have an advocacy lead on the team, so I'll be attending. And then I also highly encourage anyone who's interested in possibly being on the advocacy team next year or being an advocacy lead for next year, going to this, just because I think getting an idea of how the advocacy campaigns go and the steps we take to get there, it's a good opportunity to go now. So I will paste that link as well. But like I said, I'll be attending that one for sure. If you need me to resend the links at any time, just let me know. I'll put them in the group me as well. So those are the updates that I have for you. Let's see. Okay, so then I will pass it off to the fundraising team leads.
Okay, so just some fundraising updates. Apologies if you hear loud car noises. Katie and I are taking advantage of the warm weather and we're sitting on our porch. So if you need us to repeat anything, just let us know. But so last Thursday, we had a little mini fundraising meeting just to plan for the virtual 5K fundraiser. So thank you to those of you that attended and helped out. So if you do want to get involved or help out and you weren't at the last meeting, that is totally okay. Just let either Katie or I know and we'll add you to our little group me. And then we're gonna have another meeting this Thursday to check back in and then see how things are going with the plans. So yeah, that's kind of it for that.
And then basically, so we kind of like hashed out a few more details involving the fundraiser. We're still like getting some of the logistics down, but based off like other partners in health we've seen and like other friends like fundraisers we've seen, we're gonna we like based all of it off of that since this is like our first time doing a virtual. I don't know, my first time doing a virtual 5K. But we're gonna run it from April 5th through 10th, and then it's gonna be a $5 fee to participate, which will be through Venmo. We're pretty sure right now, and then we'll also have an option if your family members or like someone else wants to like give money or like give more than $5, that's totally fine too. And then we'll be having like you register through Google form, and then you'll be tracking the race through this app called Strava. And it's really cool because it can like show you the leaderboard and like all that stuff, even though it doesn't really matter. There's no like medals or prizes or anything. But a big part of this is just going to be like outreach and stuff. So our meeting next week on the 28th is literally just going to be like us reaching out to people, like hashing out more of the details and like sending it to your friends or anyone you know who, and it can be like they can run, walk, swim, cycle, or just donate money. The really like getting the money and like getting the message out is the most important thing. We don't really care if you're, running a 19-minute 5K, it doesn't matter. And then we're gonna have like a lot of flyers for social media and stuff, and it's gonna be a big part of us like using our Instagrams, using our reach and stuff. And we're also gonna be doing a really cool t-shirt, which we'll talk about next, that I designed, and it's like super cool. But yeah, so Partners in Health, we're also like engaged chapters, we're at like 99K right now, so like we're really close to reaching 100K, which is awesome. And I think it's gonna be a good event, and it's also be really good for us to like raise awareness and stuff. And we'll have a lot more info next week, and we'll be telling you like we're gonna have like a week dedicated to like promoting this too.
All right. So if anyone has any questions, let us know, but we can move on to the next slide.
Cool.
All right, so these are the two possible t-shirt designs. So one of these will go on the t-shirt, and then, but both of them will be in the Redbubble shop. So the next slide is like a little QR code that you guys can just scan with your phones, and then fill out a survey just to help us pick the final design for the t-shirt. And then anyone the Google form sent as a link in the chat, let me know. I just use a Google or a QR code. I thought it'd be fun.
Should we do this now?
Yeah, you guys can do it now.
They're both so cute.
I know, I love them.
Ugh, I don't even know which one I like better.
Yeah, I'll go back to the.
Yeah, you can look at so the left is design 1, and then the right is design 2. It's in the Google form as well.
I can't pick.
If it's not working, I can send the link.
Oh, it is. I just can't pick because I'm so indecisive.
I know,
But
same.
So yes, and then we'll be doing the t-shirt sales through Bonfire, which is what we used for the other ones. So that means the proceeds will go directly to Partners in Health, and we don't have to like deal with handing them off or collecting the funds ourselves. And then on there, I think I'll be doing 2 different t-shirt colors, like white and maybe like a light gray, because I hate white t-shirts. So. We can just give it a few more seconds, and then I'll send that out into the GroupMe as well.
Okay. How is the Google form looking? Like, can you see the responses? Or should I move on?
Oh yeah, we can. I don't know. I was gonna send it out in the group me as well. Sorry, that was
Okay.
not
No, you're
communicated
fine.
well. But I'll announce that the end of this week.
Okay. Sounds good. So we'll move on from this awkward pause. I was like, I don't know if I should wait, but okay, cool. That'll be fun for the recording. Okay. So is fundraising good? I can move on. Good. Okay, I'm gonna move on, unless I hear otherwise. Myself and the other team leads got kind of created this timeline for y'all in terms of the exec board. If you're interested in joining next year. A few of you I've spoken with already, and you have the application, so that's awesome. But this will be the timeline that we've kind of established for anyone else who might be interested. First step is obviously just reaching out to myself or the other team leads, and we have some information to send to you with more information about the specific positions, and then the application that will be like used as part of the whole thing. And those should be in by April 1st. So that would be after there's a break in the classes, right? Um, I forget what the term was, but they planned that. So that would be at the end of the break, so you have enough time. And then we'll make our decisions by April 7th. And then the transition meeting will be on April 11th. So that will be myself and the other team leads meeting with the new team leads and kind of just making sure we cover everything that we need to so that it can run smoothly for next year. That won't be the only time. I'm sure we'll be there to support and help and create like a smooth transition after as well. But that'll just be the beginning of the process. And then this was just something I wanted to touch on because I know it's like Alexis has mentioned that sometimes like being a team lead might be too much of a commitment, but you still want to be more committed than just a general member. So I thought I would kind of go into a little bit more detail about that. So general member would just be you come to the meetings every week, you're in the group me, and you kind of complete the activities that we have going on at that time, but you're not necessarily creating slides or working directly with the team lead outside of that meeting time. And then a team member would be, say you like, okay, I'm going to be on the advocacy team. So you would work with the advocacy lead to maybe create a slide for that week or share some information. Go do something outside of the normal meeting times that like helps contribute to the meeting and our goals as a club. And then the team lead position would be where more planning comes into play. You'll meet with the other team leads, and that's going to be more of a commitment, but again, it's not going to be very overwhelming. And we do have the availability to have co-team leads like Katie and Aya. So you also have the option to like split that responsibility as well. So if you have any questions about that, now would be the time to ask them in terms of the differences or anything you'd like to get explained better. No. Okay. So then I thought I would go over the document that I had. Also, this is the PDF for the appropriations webinar. Pretty much the same information that was in the slide. Here's some information that got sent out, but this right here goes more in depth about the appropriations webinar. So I'll read it out loud just so you don't have to read it. While we're continuing to push for co-sponsors of the Health Force Act this spring, which we talked about a little bit last week, our global health advocacy focus will soon be shifting with the closure of the budget reconciliation bill to focus on annual funding. All advocacy leads are expected to attend. Like I said, we don't have one, so I'll be going, and any of you are welcome to join as well. And they'll go over the collective plan for effective advocacy on appropriations in the coming months. So that's a little bit more of a description of that. Let me get out of here so that I can. Okay. So then this is the application document that I'll send you, myself or the other team leads will send you. We all have this. if you're interested in becoming a team lead. And you can see this would be what everyone fills out. And then these sections are just tailored specifically to if you want to be an advocacy lead. This is for community building, this is for fundraising. You are welcome to fill out more than one, but you only have to fill out the one that you're interested in. And this is just for team leads. If you're interested in being a team member, you'll just reach out to myself or the other team leads, and we'll connect you with whomever would be part of that. So this is a little bit, it's a 2-page document. It's not very time consuming. And then you can see here some of the links that will get sent out, like the lead manuals for the positions. And I will click on, I'll go to this one just because I think it's a pretty good like main page to land on. So you'll click here and it'll take you to this where you can see the advocacy, community building, and fundraising resources. And this houses everything that you would need to look at more specifics of the positions. So those are the resources that we'll send to you if you're interested. Okay. I think I went over all the documents there. Are there any questions before I move on? Okay, and then just to reiterate, if you're interested, reach out sooner rather than later. The applications will be like the last day to submit will be April 1st. Okay, next. So now we're going to work on letter to the editor. And this again falls under the advocacy team description. We haven't done this yet, and sorry, my control panel is getting in the way of the page I need. But another great thing that Partners in Health Engage has kind of taken care of is they have this great PowerPoint already created for going over letter to the editor. I'm trying to find a better way to view it because I don't really like this side panel here. So I think we'll just go through this and, well, that wasn't helpful. Does anyone know a solution?
I think you get rid of that panel. I think it's like an update on Docs, I think. Or I don't know. Or
Okay.
you can download it and like open it as a PowerPoint.
But I think to go to like the next thing, you do like the side keys, not the up and down ones. I don't know if that's you're trying to like switch between them.
Oh, you're right. Okay, you're right. Okay, so we'll just go through it this way, but I think it's okay. Okay, so building the right to health movement. This is going to go writing letters to the editor. So hopefully we'll each be able to write one, or at least get an idea of how one needs to be done. So scroll through all the opening information. So what is a letter to the editor? It's 100 to 300 word letter with a single main point. It has a single author, so that would be each of us, and there's a clear and concise message about a problem. Why would you write a letter to the editor? It generates coverage, it amplifies your voice, and decision makers care about what we as constituents or members of the public have to say. And it puts our, it voices that so that other people who care can read it and, hopefully act as well if they feel so inclined. So making your letter to the editor epic. I feel like this is an acronym, and it definitely is. Okay. So, frame your letter in the epic format. You need to engage the audience, have a problem statement. So, this would be, I think this is the problem statement. So, while there have been major improvements in the HIV treatment and management, this virus still is deadly. So that's highlighting the problem. In 2014, there were 64 AIDS deaths in Minnesota and 1.2 million globally, which is a lot. Information on the solution. So by passing a 525 million annual increase to the funding, Congress has the ability to double the number of people on antiretroviral treatment to 30 million by 2020. I wonder if they've done that. All of these, I feel like this is a sidebar, but there was a lot of sustainable development goals that were tailored to Healthy People 2020. All of this stuff ended in 2020, and I'm really curious to see if they were on track, and then with COVID, how far off track they got. Definitely an interesting thing. But anyway, so that's an example of like an information on the solution. And then call to action. So this again is just saying like, this is important. You should do this about it. So there are these again, just as like a review. And Partners in Health actually provides a template as well. And we'll get to there when that's the time. So, which publication? So think local relationship to target. What are the rules? So each publication would have specific rules. So let's do some exploring here. Does anyone know of Columbus News, like papers or journals? We could
Isn't
even
there like the Columbus District?
this one.
The Columbus District. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's like the big.
Okay. We could also do one at OSU, if anyone was interested in that. Oh, we do not want this. So then, okay. I'm not sure. This is the first time I've looked at the Columbus Dispatch website for this. So okay, I'm trying to see if there's like goals on like where, or not goals, information on where to like find where to submit it. So what's the problem? Big sentence, no, one sentence summary. Be clear, big picture. There we go. What's the solution? Use the rationale for our advocacy asks. Write the asks in 1 to 2 sentences. So if, oh, there's so many tabs open. But like here, if we, oh, this is the wrong email. Okay. I have way too many tabs open, but I'll get to the right one in a second. I'll try and get through this without jumping around too much. So call to action. I'm gonna see if they go through all of this. Okay. So does anyone have any questions about this? I feel like there's potentially a lot of questions. I want to make sure I'm not missing any resources before we start, because I think we should try and write one. And we could even like, I could open a Word document and we could just write one together. But that's my goal, is for us to have this done by the end this one.
Are we currently are we addressing like a certain like, are we talking about like our like Ohio representatives right now, or like DeWine, or like who are we like calling?
Yeah.
Or like just government specifically about like what are we doing, like the global health asks, or is like a COVID bill? Actually, what's our like specific issue we're doing right now?
So I think we kind of get to decide from what I'm seeing. I think we get to decide. Let me, because yeah, I'm trying to see if they have like a specific template set up for what they want us to address. Because I know with like emails and calls and stuff, they have scripts and everything. So before we do that, I think our best audience to reach might be either like a Columbus representative, so like Representative Beatty, or we could do Governor of Ohio, so like DeWine. So, okay, this is exactly the same thing. This is not helpful. Okay, bear with me, because like I said, I've never done a letter to the editor before, and I want to make sure we do it the right way without, like, if they have a template for us. And again, this would be much easier if we had an advocacy lead, because then they could just devote their attention to this. So here we go. Okay, I have a feeling there might be something in here. And if not, then we'll just have to write on our own, and we can decide who we're going to write to, what publication we're going to write to, and all of that stuff. That's community building. Fundraising and advocacy should be close. Okay, here we go. Time, what we're asking for. Okay, so then this was where we'll get the information on the stuff that we're gonna put in. So like Katie, you were asking like what topic, like we could just mention like the health force resiliency or something like that. The funding for the fiscal year 22. Okay, there's the webinar again. Okay, it doesn't look like there is a, oh, here we go. Maybe this is, okay, so I wasn't completely wrong. There are some resources here. Let's click on this and see how it goes. I'll send this in the chat as well.
Julie, let's do one together first, and maybe we do this. We can all write our own.
Okay. Oh, this isn't really even writing anything. Okay. So, okay, we'll do this, letter to the editor. Okay, so then, do we want to write to the dispatch, or do we want to write to Ohio State? Does anyone have a preference?
We could try dispatch.
Okay. Okay. Again, I'm not really sure. Let's see if they have. No. Okay. Well, that's fine. So, there's something in the chat. Which I can see. Oh, okay. Google Docs. Perfect.
That's the link for, oh, sorry. I like the submission for dispatch.
Oh. Okay. So if we're doing Columbus based, we could do like a Columbus based representative. I think that might like be a better chance of getting like recognized than if we did abroad, like if we just did the Ohio governor, etc. So I'm thinking, let's see, let's do Columbus House Reps. And if anyone finds it before I do, feel free to just send it. I wonder if this is going to have like per region. Oh, okay, it has districts. I don't know what that is. Okay.
Wait, Julie, you use Yahoo instead of Google?
I don't. If you look and you see here, I have my Google Chrome tab open, but it always takes me to Yahoo and I don't know how to fix it. What?
I'm like, why does it look so old? I look at the corner and I see a Yahoo logo. I'm like, oh my god.
Ouch. Yeah, I really like, I don't know how to fix it. If anyone knows, please let me know. But so I'm thinking, honestly, I'm thinking we should just go for Joyce Beatty because it says she's in Columbus. If anyone is from Columbus and has like a different rep, speak now, I think. But I think,
Is she,
what'd you say?
wait, did she get like appointed to cabinet or something? Is she still the rep, or
I guess first I'd
or was that, I think I might be confusing my rep with her. I think she's still.
She is the U.S. representative for Ohio's 3rd congressional
Okay.
district. So yeah.
Yeah, she's still the district. Okay, wait, my rep got promoted to something else in cabinet. All right, we should do her. I think she's like Ohio's in Columbus's like Ohio State's district.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll say Representative Joyce. Okay, so then let's go back to, is this the toolkit? So see, it says try to respond to a recent news article, but like, okay, we'll go here and let's search like COVID because that's what all of our advocacy. Okay, so we could do this one or
I
this
have
one.
an idea. I think there was a bill proposed recently by,
What'd you say?
wait, can you hear me, Julie? Julie? Oh, I think she's cutting out. I don't know if I should.
I didn't hear all of your sentence.
Yeah, sorry, you were cutting out, so I wanted to. I don't know. Anyway, I have an idea. I think a bill was proposed recently to Ohio from, I think like the Republicans proposed it to end the mask mandate. So we can respond to that. There's definitely going to be an article on that.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, so there is one. We just have to find it here.
That just, oh, I think it might, because it was like in the, it wasn't like in Congress, it was like in the Ohio House.
Yeah, but that's good, right?
Because does she have control over it? Isn't she?
Oh, well.
I don't know. I haven't taken a government class. Because I don't know if that would be like her or like more of like the other, like our house rep. I don't know. But that is happening.
We're gonna figure it out. Okay. Oh, here we go. We could do, here. WSAZ. A member of the Ohio House of Representatives introduced a bill earlier this month that would end the statewide. Okay, so we could just call out Representative Jenna Powell, because that actually might be better. Do you think we could submit it to this thing? What is this? WSAZ. How do you guys feel about that? Hello? Am I cutting out? Can you guys hear me? Oh, am I cutting out? Yeah, I'm frozen, I think. Am I back? Can you hear me?
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, okay. So I was saying, what if we did WSAZ instead? Because they have an article about the mask mandate, and they have like the name of the representative. If anything, we should probably call out her or ask her, or like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not good at this. um, does anyone have any thoughts?
Did she freeze?
What? Am I frozen?
You keep going in and out, but now you're back, I think.
Okay. Basically, okay, I'm gonna send this. Okay, pause for the technical difficulties.
I think you're back. You're in now.
Think I'm good? Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm gonna send a link to the website that I found that has an article on what Aya mentioned. So this talks about the bill, the representative who introduced the bill, and they got co-sponsors. So does it say on March 10th? So we could address Representative Jenna Powell and Joyce Beatty and like members of the House. Okay, how do you guys feel about that?
Good.
Okay.
Addressing like Jenna Powell, since she's, I actually don't know, like, cause I think it's like state government and Joyce is like U.S. federal level. I don't know if that would like overlap.
Okay, I'm fine with just doing Jenna. I was trying to think of. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, because I know like I know Joyce is like art, but I don't think I don't know if she would have any impact in like the Ohio House of Representatives. But I don't know. I
don't either. That's okay. I wish my computer was working better. Okay, wait, maybe here, I'll look and see if she's here. Yeah, she's not. Okay, so you're right about that. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it has any, but I'll keep it up just in case. Okay, so then going back to this, what publication? So if our target is Jenna Powell and she's in Columbus, we would want to do a Columbus one. So we could do the Columbus Dispatch. We have the link there. Okay. So then the next thing would be, what are their rules? Oh, I'll click on that link that you sent, Maya. Okay. Oh wait, that's not it. Is that the link you meant to send? Is because didn't you mention you found the link to submit? Oh wait, here we go. There we go. Cool. Okay, so click on this. We'll look for the rules. Okay. Why won't? Okay, there we go. 200 words or less, and subject. Let's see. Okay, so they're saying only send in one. Okay, well, we're not going to send it in the mail. Okay, so do not copy and paste from Microsoft Word. That's not helpful. Or we could just upload a Word document. Okay, I'm just going to make sure. Okay, so it looks like the only requirement here is that it's 200 words or less. So I'll put that here. Okay, so then back to the PowerPoint. Author requirements, article, I think we're good there. Does it say when they publish? Okay. It doesn't say that. So I'll go back here. What's the problem? A one sentence summary. So be clear, think big picture. So the problem, right, was that Representative Jenna Powell and if anyone has anything they want to add, like please. Actually, you know what? Let me make this a Google Doc so that we can all work on it together. That makes more sense to me. Does anyone have anything they want to say, like while I'm doing this? It's definitely a learning curve for me right now. Why can't I?
We could just have the whole gist be like proposing to end the mask mandate would be like, would slow up our progress. We're really close. We shouldn't do that, and it's bad for the health of Ohio. And this is why, or whatever. That makes
Okay.
effect.
Oh man, my computer is very mad at me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, the fact that my search engine is Yahoo makes me very sad. It's just not good. Okay, here we go. I just want a Google Doc. I apologize for the, I feel like I'm just like kind of bumbling around. There we go. Okay, we'll get there. Also, we have 14 minutes left. If we crank it out, we can finish it, but if not, I'll finish it, or I could even just share the link in the group me, and if anyone is interested, oh my gosh, wow, my computer is so slow. Okay, while it does that, we'll go here again. So Katie says, introduce a bill to lift the mask mandate in Ohio.
And prevent any other mask mandates from being made throughout the course of the pandemic, which is not so, sorry.
And prevent any other mask mandates. being during for the duration of the pandemic. Okay, this you said this would reverse. Okay, here we go.
Say like this would like slow down. This would like be detrimental to the health of Ohioans. It would make cases go up. Would hurt our health system. Would put more lives into danger.
Also, sorry, I'm just talking third pages now. It would disproportionately affect people of color. Harder by the COVID.
Okay. Okay. Okay, wait. I'm trying to think of, wait, so, because I'll make that like a separate sentence, I think maybe. So Katie, you said it would reverse our progress, hurt our health system, and then you said one other thing, and then,
Like, put more Ohio lives that lead to the loss of more lives of Ohioans, hurt Ohioans, make people get sick. I don't know, something along the gist of like adversely affect the health of Ohioans or something.
okay, I'll put that in parentheses here. And then we could say, what did you say, Aya? Minorities would be disproportionately affected.
Yeah, they could be with unvaccinated. Oh my God, what is this?
I'm sorry, there was some noise. You're fine. What was it? I'm sorry, there's like a noise that came over you.
Sorry, I don't know, my computer's playing sound somewhere. Anyway, I said that like minorities would be disproportionately affected by that because they're already, disproportionately affected by like the COVID pandemic. They have higher rates of positive cases and such.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so then I'll go back up here. So we can either say put more Ohioans' lives at risks or would adversely affect the lives of Ohioans. Which would y'all prefer?
You could just say like, lives at risk, whatever sounds like most concise and
Okay.
official, like it. It's not good. What would happen?
It's not good. Let's just put it this: it wouldn't be good. Send. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that really quickly. So we're at 73 words, which is fine. Okay, I'll paste that back in. Okay, so let's see if the Google Doc has. Oh my gosh, it really hasn't. I thought it would have loaded by now. That's so good. Okay. So we'll go back to the PowerPoint then. So what's the problem? Our one sentence summary would be Representative Jenna Powell. Oh, let me say on March 10th, 2021, Representative Jenna Powell introduced a bill to lift the mask mandate in Ohio and prevent any other mask mandates from being made for the duration of the pandemic. Yeah, so that's our one. Is that a good one sentence summary of the problem? Yes, okay, cool. So we'll go up here. What's the solution? Use the rationale for our advocacy asks. Write the asks in 1 to 2 sentences. So, in terms of don't pass it. Okay, so I would say I'll say the Partners in Health engaged community, because we are writing this on behalf of Partners in Health community. Urges the Ohio House of Representatives not to move forward with this bill. Any suggestions here? So we're saying just like don't move forward with the bill. And then we can, well, because then there's like constituents. I'm just gonna write some words here, but if y'all have a different way of phrasing them, just shout it out. But I would say like constituents who I want to say constituents who feel the same way have a civil, this is going to be kind of petty, but have a civil responsibility to reach out to their representatives and urge them not to sign. Like that's what I'm thinking I would like to do with this sentence.
That could be good at the end. Like it's like a quick thing to be like, okay, if you feel the same way, like reach out.
I'll put that there. Okay, I feel like this needs to be put a little bit more eloquently than you feel the same, to reach out to their representatives and voice
their concerns.
Okay. How can we, is there like maybe we can do like a synonym check here. Oh gosh, have y'all seen the episode of Friends where Joey learns how to do the synonym thing, and so he writes their vowels and it's just so bad. Okay. Oh yeah, because see, this is weird. We can't put any of those in.
Agree.
Okay, who agree? I like agree better than feel. Who agree with I could say like who like agree with the above, or who agree with our sentiments.
Or like who share. Oh, I feel like we already concern, but like who share our concern, or who. I'm trying to think of how else to say.
Share this sentiment. Or like just agree. Oh, sorry.
Okay, you're good.
Say agree with this letter.
Like just agree works fine because it's kind of implied.
Or you say agree with this letter if you want to write something else after.
Yeah. Okay, so constituents who agree. I feel like there should be like who agree with this letter. I think that, yeah, I think that sounds more like it's like very obvious what we're saying. What do you agree with? Okay, so constituents who agree with this letter have a civil responsibility to reach out to their representatives and voice their concerns, urging the representatives not to co-sponsor this bill, just so we know who the them is. Okay, so this is our reasoning. Okay. So let's go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, we are also 5 minutes left. So we'll just go until 7:45, and then I'll put this in the Google Doc whenever it finally loads. I'll share it in the group me, and then I'll send out the finalized version, and then we can send it. Okay, so
I also just want to say really quick that we are not going to have a meeting at Easter. And so if you guys are planning ahead, just be aware that we're not going to have a meeting that week, or make it optional, we'll see. But so if you have plans with family or friends or anything like that, don't feel like you have to come to the meeting on Sunday. I think that's what, 2 weeks from now? 3
yes.
weeks? Whatever. But whatever week it is, it's the 4th?
Yeah.
No.
I think so.
Okay, so yeah, so that weekend we're gonna take a little break for Easter. So just wanted to point that out so you guys can plan ahead.
Yes. Thank you for mentioning that, Alexis. I would have not remembered. Okay. So then not the last part, but the next part is call to action. So we've named the target, right? We've got Jenna Powell. We've asked the voters for something, right, to reach out to their representatives and voice their concerns, urging them not to do that. And then, is there anything we could ask Representative Powell for?
You can ask her to reconsider or rethink why she thinks this is a good idea.
Can she like retract the bill? Is that a thing?
She could like, I don't know. I just looked at her website and I think she's very steadfast in her values of being against the pandemic. So I don't know, just saying to like, can you pull the bill or like think about the fate of Ohioans and their health.
Reconsider the consequences of this bill.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, there's a picture of her with a rifle.
Maybe not reconsider. Maybe just say consider the consequences.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
Consider the science, maybe. Yeah. Anyways, she's representing.
You say, sorry.
Oh, no, yeah,
You say consider the consequences of lifting the mandate or something. Could we have said this bill in the next sentence?
Beautiful.
Sorry, Katie.
No, it's good. That's
No,
good.
you're good. Her website was crazy, but it's fine.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna just change this really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is there anything else we would want to ask for, that hasn't been stated? So we have, to consider the consequences of lifting the mask mandate, and should we say like, and, and take into, or like, and think about retracting the bill, or do you not want to say that?
Is that like a thing?
I don't know.
I don't think she's gonna. So. I don't think Jenna wants to talk.
Yeah, I know. And it's like saying that like a bunch of other Republicans have signed on to it. So like there is support for it thus far.
Of course.
Would void the current. Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, okay.
Make their
So
own choice when it comes to wearing a mask.
yeah. Okay, so she's saying 16 states currently do not have the mandate. I think so. Texas lifted it. I mean, we could even look and see what the case statistics are in like a state that has lifted the mandate if we wanted to. This could be something. I'm just gonna put that up here.
Or like get like a quote from like a doc. I know like there's like in Texas and stuff, there are a bunch of like doctors and healthcare workers like speaking out about how, I don't know if we have space for that, but or like some sort of whatever about that, about what, or like about how, it's not a good idea. Masks work, so.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna just put in there's an optional like option to wear the mask if we want to put that in. Also, okay, I'll stop it here. Because we're at 7:45 and I don't want to go over because I want to respect y'all's time schedule. Thank you so much for coming today, everyone. Like I said, I'm sure myself and the other teammates will have links to send in the group me, either regarding the t-shirt design, the 2 webinars that are coming up this week, and then I'll also send a link to the Google Doc that will house this letter. And I think if you want to edit it, do so today or tomorrow, and then I'll send the finalized version tomorrow, and then we'll send it in. So other than that, that's all I have. Does anyone have anything else that they would like to mention? No.
Thank you for coming, and we'll see you all next week.
Yes, thank you for coming, everyone. We'll see you next week for our fundraising planning. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Are we all here? Is it just us? Okay, cool. Okay, now it's just us 4. Cool. Okay. Good meeting. Took up all the time. These are hard. I looked at them, but not in like to the extent that we did. These are harder than I was expecting them to be. But we'll get there. I mean, we have a really good format. It just took us a little bit to get there. Okay, anything else y'all want to talk about? But we already had our exec meeting, so good. Cool. Thanks for being so awesome and so in tune and so like dedicated to this. And I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Bye, guys.
Bye.